Okay. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in. All right, so y'all are just riding along. Okay. So we're talking about a bunch of different things, or really two things. If I can remember the other things I wanted to talk about. Um, and that's why there is no real title. So should I start first with listen to black women, or should I start with the clip on MSNBC where the brother says, don't worry about the black male vote and don't worry about these 50-year-old rappers or people that listen to 50-year-old rappers and et cetera, et cetera. Which one should you mention, Z? Right? So shout out. I checked it out. Yeah. So yeah. Um, so we're told not to really pay attention. And let me make sure. Yeah, Dr. Johnson, Jason Johnson, yeah, Jason Johnson saying don't worry about the black male vote. Essentially, yeah, about that. Um, Sounds nice. Y'all keep on saying this. Look, once again, the Democrats, apparently even the black ones, keep on saying don't. We need to go look for other voters. By the way, haven't y'all failed at this for like how many elections now? Right? Attempting to sidestep black people in general for the Latino vote, definitely black men for the Latino vote. How did that work? Oops. I said the wedge vote for a reason. So I don't know what insidious plot, muhaha plot, Dr. Jason Johnson has going on, but the whole idea that you're just going to sidestep black men and go after the Hispanic and Asian vote. No, silence was on purpose, everyone. They keep on doing this and keep on failing. Okay, I guess we'll see you in another 4 to 8 years when you realize that failed. Right? We'll see you in 4 to 8 years when you realize that failed. Right? Number one. Number two, so we're going to be speaking about listening to black women and them having part one and a part two on the quote unquote gender war. First, let's say that Mouse is there. Yes, the same brother Mouse that used to be on Grapevine. Mouse, brother, you know better. So, Mouse, you allowing the same thing to happen to on Madame Noir's channel to happen on that was happening on the Grapevine, which is we're going to talk about the gender war, we're going to talk about black men's issues, or we're going to talk about what black women got going on, and then the whole episode is a black man bashing episode, right? Oh, somebody's saying no sound. Wait a minute, Raystone. I don't know if it's you. Can you guys hear me? Can anyone else hear me? Am I good? No, maybe so. Hopefully you guys can hear me, right? But yeah, so Mouse is on Listen to Black Women with two other people and two other brothers, and Melissa Ford is there, L'Oreal is there, the other young lady from New Jersey, I forgot her name, Elle Varner, I think it is there, and oh. So it turned into a mini therapy session for Melissa Ford. Okay. We talk about it. Look, this idea of women not needing men anymore because women can make their own money. By the way, y'all allowed Melissa Ford and the other women to play Oppression Olympics and then say we go through things equally. So I don't look, brothers. Y'all got me. Oh man, we need better representation. We need better representation. Train tracks. So what I just watched was Melissa Ford and L'Oreal essentially say no, black women go through more than black men, and then say yeah, we needed to stop playing Oppression Olympics. Oh, and I watched those brothers hear them do that and say nothing. This is why there's a black manosphere. If you want to know why there's a black manosphere, it's because we're tired of brothers letting black women talk crazy like this or encouraging black women to talk crazy. What else did I watch? Listen to Black Men. Listen to Black Men is also on the Madame Noir channel. And I watch Mouse and Jim Jones and the other two brothers. Let um um Jessie Wu, yes, that Jessie Wu, yes, the Haitian Jessie Wu, yes, my fellow countrywoman Jessie Wu, right? Pretty much back black men into talking about interracial relationships, and we ain't saying nothing. So let me get this right. Mouse, when black men date white women, these black men oftentimes are dating these women because they're trophies. And when black women date white men, uh-oh. Oh, I forgot. Black women date white men because black men ain't ish, and black men date white women because black men ain't ish. Y'all right. Y'all right. Y'all are right. Y'all are right. It's interesting how this quote unquote gender wars is being framed. The gender war is being framed the same way it's always framed whenever we let these type of people talk, which is black women are only responding to black men's ineptitude, colorism, sexism, featureism, texturism, misogynoir, in general, just low level human beings, if they even count us as human beings. Black women, on the other hand, are like infallible, at least in relation to black men. That is. In relation to heterosexual black women are infallible, right? Huh? And you wonder why there's a black manosphere. FD signifier, and you wonder why there's a black manosphere. We let these type of brothers speak, and it's always, and this is why egalitarianism is a joke, because it's not real. Egalitarianism will always look equal on the surface, while black men in the black community are doing the heavy lifting as the black women talk crap. You know how black women earn more than black men? Yeah, that's it. This is why egalitarianism is a joke, because we know y'all don't mean it. Y'all supposed to be having a conversation about the quote unquote black gender war, and it turned into black man bad, black women. Melissa Ford speaking about the stop calling black women masculine. It's not. You're right. It's not masculinity. It's a temper tantrum. It's petulant child energy. You're correct. Black women aren't being masculine. They're being petulant children. You're right. See, if Z was there, I would have corrected you and be like, I don't call black women masculine. I don't see black women as acting masculine. I see black women as acting like petulant children, mad that they're not upper middle class and rich white women. But Mouse and the other two brothers, quiet. That's why I told y'all, stop telling them they're acting masculine. They're not acting masculine. They're being petulant children, throwing temper tantrums because they're not white. At least socio-politically white, that is. Right? So I watched this. There were nothing revelatory came out of this. Nothing too crazy. Same old talking points. Same black men not showing up for black women top talking points, and then a peppering of what are the solutions top type language at the end. Nothing to see here. Yawn. Nothing to see here, everyone. Nothing to see here. Yawn fest. Same exact talking points, same framing y'all used to, same crap. Right? You don't want to know what the soft life is? It's not really just about the money. We're tired of it being a struggle to be in love, and we're tired of. Listen, do you know what country you live in? You need to go talk to those white capitalists, that's rigging the whole game. Plus, Melissa Ford, don't you got money? And then you hear Mouse saying, "Oh, I never heard black women say that, they're exhausted." And Melissa Ford is like, "Yeah, well, I'm saying it now. Yeah, I never heard that black women say they're exhausted." Yes, Mouse, they're exhausted. And most of them, their ego won't let them admit it. Melissa Ford need to stop. Their ego won't let them admit it because that's where the power dynamic come in. Oops. So let me make sure to say this to L'Oreal, to Elle Varner, and to Melissa Ford, particularly Melissa Ford. What y'all will not get to do, dear Black women, dear women in the West, what y'all won't do is have men be the paymasters, right? Because you said the provision part, Melissa Ford. Remember, you said provision. You said that. This is where FD signifier comes in with they want autonomy and security. No. Once again, this is what will not happen. Men, particularly in the Black community, be the paymasters for mean, condescending, rude, snarky, a-hole women. Right? So men do 50% of the chores at home. Men take care of the children just as much as the women do, etc., etc. But men are the primary financial providers. And then we call that egalitarian. Nope. And I want to be very clear. This is the game. This is what egalitarianism is supposed to look like. Paymaster men. I'm so happy that sister said that. Provide, protect, and shut up. That's really what it is. At least she was crass enough to say it that way. I'm so glad she said it because that's what they're all saying. Melissa Ford is just articulating it in your typical female way. FD signifier articulated in a feminist way. These women, they want security and autonomy. Absolutely not. Security and autonomy at the same time? And who's supposed to provide that? So she got to do what she want to do, but I got to be Captain Save 'em? Whenever she run into a wall, whenever she run into some struggle. Security and autonomy. Security and autonomy simultaneously. What? Huh. And I want to be very clear. This is what Melissa Ford is really talking. And I'm glad she's beautiful. She said that. I'm exhausted. We're exhausted. You know what the soft life is really about? What, you having a paymaster that doesn't use the power and influence that comes with the money? Right? Oh yeah, she did say that on the previous video, on the previous talk. And Jake says progressive traditionalist. Boy, leave progressive traditionalist. Listen, man. FD signifier, brother, listen, brother. I don't think you're dumb. You notice I've never insulted your intelligence. I've never insulted your talent. I think you put words together well. You deal with concepts. I know this is what most women actually want. The pick and choose parts of femininity and patriarchy. You know it. You know that's what it is. And all of y'all are dancing around it. What are y'all good for then? Y'all really gonna watch the Black community? You think we in the trash heap now? We're being floated by a bunch of children born out of wedlock. And millennials and Gen Z, mainly the women, said, I'm not doing that like my mom, which is actually a good thing. Here's the bad thing. Now we don't even got the kids. So not only are we not going to have the money, we ain't going to even have the kids. And y'all going to watch the Black community go into the trash heap of history in America because y'all just refuse to tell the women the truth. Let them deal with their loud ass temper tantrum, and then we move on. Once again, I would like to remind y'all of the clip that Leon had BGS play where T Noir and FD Signifier talking, and they both said, yeah, well, these boss girl feminists and da-da-da-da-da. And who's going to tell them it's patriarchy they're really looking for? They got the house, they got the career, they got this, and all they need left on the checklist is the man. And you know who's going to tell them that's patriarchy? Huh? Then we watch FD not in agreement when Mac and Murphy, this white man's name is literally Mac and Murphy. We watch FD not in agreement when Mac and Murphy was speaking about hypergamy. Uh-oh. So how is this supposed to work? It's not. Answer, it's not. Right? It's not supposed to work. That's why it's not working. This is what happens when, if y'all really, and FD, I don't think you're actually afraid of women. I don't think you're afraid of, I'm not going to say you're afraid of black women. I don't think you're afraid of black women. I think you're afraid of messing up the bag. I think you're afraid of messing up your money. I don't think you're afraid of black women. I've seen FD get petty because he gets petty with black men all the time. This is that part of quote unquote constructive criticism that they love talking about on the left when it comes to men. Y'all are full of crap. Huh? I don't think FD is scared of black women. FD, like Dr. Umar Johnson, like all of these black men know where their bread is buttered, and it's by catering and being, you know, propagandists for black women. They know, right? Right? This is pathetic, y'all. Absolutely pathetic. Like we're watching. Y'all give me a second. Okay, that just happened. Yeah. So we're watching as these people get so bold as to say progressive traditionalist in our face. Right? We're watching as these people get so bold to say autonomy and security simultaneously. Right? In our face. I have more respect for the dark skinned sister off of Daily Wrap Up crew. That's it. Pretty much black men need to provide, protect, and shut up. I have more respect for her because at least she said it that blatantly. Unlike Ebony K. Williams, unlike Melissa Ford, unlike Bowser, huh? Unlike FD Signifier, unlike Mouse and his crew, unlike Ed and Eddie, right? Alvin, Ed, and Josh, Alvin and the Chipmunks, unlike them, all of y'all are saying the same thing. At least that dark skin sister on Daily Wrap Up crew just said it boldly. Provide, protect, and shut up. At least she said, at least she had the ovaries to say when many of y'all don't got the balls or the ovaries to say. Not that blatantly. Huh? Wow. Mouse, you were on the grapevine, man. Mouse, you used to be on the grapevine with Massandra's ass Uchechi. You were on the grapevine, bro. How long ago was that? And you still letting black women talk like this in front of you. This is crazy. This is like a decade later, and Mouse is still, black women still get to talk like this in front of Mouse. Oh, man. Craziness. And Eric Denman says, and thank you for the super chat, Z, what happened to decentering men? Hysterical, true. The black men ain't ish industrial complex, NASIC, shout out to Trail. Industrial complex generates too much cash to decenter men. Absolutely. You can't decenter black men. Y'all can keep on lying and talk about black men or earn less than black women. You could keep on lying and saying that black women, if there's we need to stop playing the oppression Olympics literally a minute after you said, yeah, we actually might suffer worse. Right? That's why listen, dear FD Signifier, black women don't mean egalitarian, bro. They don't mean it. Right? Black women don't mean egalitarian, man. You want to know what egalitarian look like? I told you when you were on my channel the second time. Patriarchy by feminist specifications. You know what that means? The male leadership? Nope. Only in emergency break glass situations. Black man last word? Nope. Right? You know what egalitarianism look like? Provide, protect, and shut up. That's what it looked like. That's what it is. That's what Melissa Ford essentially just told you right now. This is what the new masculinity is going to be. Y'all are just going to frame it like, if you want to be a father. So in other words, women in general in the West are holding children hostage. Now let me get all the way. Let's get all the way ugly with it and say what they're really saying. Women are now saying we ain't having your kids unless you're paymaster 3,000 and you don't got no power in the situation. We will use the courts. We will use the police. We will use people like FD Signifier and Mac and Murphy to regulate you Negroes, to regulate you men, to regulate you Western men. We will hold shout out to Real Talk with Yeti. What's the incentive? That's what that really is. We're holding childbirth hostage, right? We're holding, forget the vagina, because even Jason Black said this is just women trying to starve men of vagina and have you desperate, which is true. But what these women are really saying is we're holding having children, which, by the way, okay, you're right, cool. If we can't have the rich men, or at least the upper middle class men, to hell with all the rest of you. Exactly. And Indigo says, none for you tonight. No, none from you tonight. Shout out to Corey Holcomb. Oh, man. What's going on, Dr. Thunder? Right. So I watched this part 1 and part 2. Nothing necessarily new. Listen to Black Women sounds just like the grapevine from a decade ago. Nothing here is new. Nothing here is new. Right? Melissa Ford speaking about, how she had to always keep the facade back in the day, and she lost her mother. My condolences, rest in peace. And she got into a terrible car accident. I remember hearing about that. And in back-to-back type situations, and it caused her to finally crack. And then they're talking about men being vulnerable. Maybe y'all don't understand man language. That's what it really is. What do you think the Black manosphere is? Oops. Because we don't emote the way women emote, you don't think this is Black men being vulnerable? Oh, why? Because we're talking about Black women? That's not exactly flattering? We're speaking about Black women in a way that's not exactly flattering, so they don't think that we're actually being vulnerable with each other over here. And what did Mouse say? Yeah, when I can't be around no men like that, when I hear them talking like that, I can't be your friend. We just do business, and that's it. Huh, okay. This is horrible, y'all. So we're supposed to emote like women so that women could find us unattractive. Uh-oh. Right? Wow. Huh? Do you talk to your, when they talk, do you talk when they talk about, I can't stand this B, or I can't be around this B, or whatever the hell? I guess this is what they think barbershop talk is a bunch of these Black women ain't ish, right? Talk, like how hair salon talk is. Anyway, and this is where Mouse comes in and essentially placates the women and says, "Oh, I can't be friends with no men like that." Yawn. Right? So all we're hearing here is Men don't get to talk about women's bad behavior. Black men cannot talk about their individual girlfriend, their wife, their baby mama's bad behavior. They can't speak about generally black women's bad behavior when it comes to black men, right? That's where we are now, right? Thank you, Joe. And Joe says, and thank you for the super chat. Joe says, black women think egalitarian is, excuse me, black women think egalitarianism is my money is mine, your money is mine. Oh, you couldn't say it better. My money is mine, your money is mine. Egalitarianism, right? And truly, that's what they think egalitarianism is, right? Truly, that's what they think egalitarianism is. Wow. Right? Hey, dear Generation Z, this is the actual good thing about being Generation Z. You get to decide what's best for you and what type of women is best for you in a place of infinite information. Now, don't allow for all of this information to paralyze you. Don't allow it to make you too dark, right? But what you should appreciate is you have way more information than millennials had, way more than Xers had, and it's just, there is no term for how much more information you have and perspective you have compared to boomers. It's just yeah, it's not even close, right? Thank you, Jake. These black women really do want negative liberty with no breaks, right? Wow. Right. Uh-oh. Jake, I ain't even gonna read it out loud. Really, that's what that I ain't gonna read it out loud. Something just popped up on my screen. I can't really make out what that is. I can't really make out what are you saying? I can't really read that. Let me I don't know what's going on with my eyes right now. I can't really read that. I think something popped up on my screen by accident. Anyway, talking about Melissa Ford. Anyway, right? Man. And once again, thank you for the super chat, Joe's. And let me read it again because it's so true. And Joe says, black women think egalitarianism is my money is mine and your money is mine. Right? Demetrius says egalitarianism equals why won't you do what I say? Shout out to Corey Holcomb again because he said it too. He's like, I'm not going women because I won't obey. Corey Holcomb had to say that. How long ago did Corey Holcomb say that? It had to. It's got to be more than 5 years. It got to be maybe closer to 5 years, but it's something like that. It's been way more than 2 and 3 years. I'm not good with women because I won't obey. Right? Wow. So Melissa Ford just lets you know what it is. L'Oreal and Elle Varner just let you know what it is. Y'all let Jessie Wu. Y'all let Jessie Wu reap it. And then Mouse Negro, you in New York, player. Mouse, you're in New York. You trying to tell me, let me get this right. All of these black men are chasing after white women because they see them as trophies. But the black women, which reminds us of the tweet that Bowser keeps on retweeting, looks like once a year now, I still stand by what I said. Black women dating out and black men dating out aren't the same. And then you let black women talk about simply by the numbers. How many of y'all are actually, let me get this straight. Are all black women with black men? No. Okay, then what are y'all talking about? There's 2 million more of you. Yeah, but y'all aren't with all the black men so that those 2 million can date out anyway. And that would be assuming that America isn't America. You know, America. And this is why there's a black manosphere. Because we let the black men, literally, I just watched listen to black women do the same thing with this conversation that Grapevine did with this conversation some 5 to 10 years ago. This is the same thing the Grapevine did with this conversation 5 to 10 years ago. They had a panel full of women. The women talked about their issues pretty much with black men. Then they had a panel full of men, and the black men talked about their issues with, oh, wait, not black women, with themselves, which is exactly what I just watched listen to black women do. So you wonder why there's a black manosphere? We let you talking head Negroes talk, you pundits, you critiquers of black culture, right? You cultural critics, we let y'all talk. The black men say it's all black men's fault. The black women say it's all black men's fault. And there you go. Huh. And then y'all wonder why there's a black manosphere. And then you got these women having the unmitigated gall and the ovaries to say, ban this podcast and take the mic away from these men. And these men shouldn't have mic. And these, right? These manosphere bros. And we exist because you exist. Uh-oh. Dear black women, if you were so egalitarian when y'all have had the reins over the black community for at least 60 years since slavery, at least 60 years, if the black community was truly egalitarian, there wouldn't be a black manosphere. Goddamn, Z. Uh-oh. If the black community was truly egalitarian, if black women weren't trying to essentially, not even trying, demanding that black men provide, protect, and shut up, there wouldn't be a black manosphere. The black manosphere exists because women like you exist, Bowser. Women like you exist, Melissa Ford. Melissa Ford got up there and had the unmitigated gall to say, for which she survived in this industry is the most misogynistic industry. Melissa Ford, black men made you. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that out loud. Who was ruling over you, the white men? Uh-oh. Melissa Ford, you're a Canadian black woman that came to America and black men made you. You are the only reason you have a name worth mentioning is because black men found you attractive, and you have the unmitigated gall to talk about who's misogynist, the most misogynistic industry. Where's Cameron? Melissa Ford only exists in our imagination because black men found her attractive. I'm not even going to talk about the strange things she was doing for some change. And you have the unmitigated gall to talk about misogyny and how misogynistic this industry is. The rap game, I'm assuming you're saying? When the rap game is the reason why you eat right now? Black men found you attractive, and so here you are. The gall, the fantasity. Right? Talking about, look, man, I'm going to say it again. FD signifier, foreign man in a foreign land, T1J, Ed and Eddie, Alvin, Ed and Josh, excuse me, Alvin and the Chipmunks, right? Consciously, Professor Odie. Just because black women frame themselves getting at black men, insulting black men, just because they frame it as black female empowerment talk, just because they frame it as being the victims of black men, just because they frame it as responding back to whatever misogyny they had experienced, doesn't mean they're not doing even worse than what you feel black men are engaging in. Right? So let me get this right. Black women can talk all type of crazy about black men as long as they frame it like they're responding back to misogyny, like they're responding back to colorism and sexism and misogynoirism, etc., etc. As long as they could frame it like that, black women could talk however they want to talk about black men. Right? And I'm Wolf says it's definitely about his money. That's what he brags about, man. And thank you for the super chat. Right? Huh. Oh, I gotta read this one now. And Babylon X is, right? Put it in the book. Babylon X says, "We exist because you exist" is powerful. Something you could hear Bane telling Batman. The Dust Knight rises. Hysterical. And I mean it, by the way. We exist because you exist. We exist because of the Rolanda show. We exist because of Oprah. We exist because of Bowser. That's why we exist. We exist because of Bell Hooks and Alice Walker, right? That's why we exist. Huh. We exist because of how Stella got her groove back. That's why we exist. Waiting to excel. That's why we exist. That's why the Black Manosphere exists. 4 color girls. Can you pay my bills? No scrubs. That's why we exist. The color purple. That's why we exist. 2020 special. Black women struggling to find love. Successful black women struggling to find love. That's why we exist. Huh? We exist because of no struggle love movements and the word dusty. That's why we exist. Terms like nignog and nigcel. That's why we exist. No struggle love. That's why we exist. Melissa Ford talking about no struggle love. Lady, you are in an industry with multi-millionaire black men. Arguably the most multi-millionaire black men. Because there's more black men that are millionaires in your industry than in the NFL and the NBA. Right? Huh. That's why we exist. FD signifier, that's why we exist. We exist because when we put you in the room with the women, you sound like how you spoke to Teen War. That's why. That's why there's a Black Manosphere. Because foreign man in a foreign land let fab socialism go on and on about why these radical black women are with white men instead of just being, yeah, they're hypocrites, huh? That's why we exist. We exist because men like Alvin like to benign neglect and just dismiss what black men are saying, what black boys are saying, they're going through and they're experiencing at the hands of black women, including their own mothers, their own black mothers, their black aunts, their black grandmothers, their girlfriends and their wives and their baby moms. We exist because y'all allowed intersectionality to dig such deep roots in your ideology that you yourself are practicing, excuse me, you yourself are practicing Nixonian benign neglect tactics on your own black boys and black men. That's why we exist. Thank you, Lithium. Also, black older sisters and younger sisters, right? That's why we exist. We exist because we let Mouse talk and Mouse talked to. This was supposed to be about interracial dating, and they pretty much focused on black men interracial dating, and pretty much said. And Mouse spoke, and Mouse was just regurgitated the same type of things that the black women on the grapevine used to say about a decade ago. Black men are dating down because they see white women as trophies. Did you see Jesse Wu throw black women under the bus? Absolutely not. But Mouse threw black men under the bus. You better believe it, right? Oh yeah, Louis Kanye was like my super chat. My bad, Louis. And Louis says they actually saying I want my cake and to eat it too. Absolutely, absolutely, and not just my cake and to eat it too. Eat your cake also. There's a pun in there somewhere, right? Huh? So Mouse, for those of you that don't know, Mouse, and I'm gonna tag the. I guess I'm gonna tag it because I just wanted to start the stream right when I got in the car, so I'll tag it afterward. But y'all will see, Mouse is the brother with the yellow beanie. Was it yellow? I want to say it was yellow. Yellow beanie. Loki matches L'Oreal's hair color. Oops. Um, if I recall correctly, it was a yellow beanie he had on, and you could see the braids kind of sticking from the back. So yeah, y'all will see what I'm talking about. Yeah. So I'll tag the two different, the part one and part two of them being on Listen to Black Women on Madame Noir's channel, and then I'll tag also um, the them speaking to Jesse Wu and Jim Jones, right? And Jim Jones told you that his son is with a white woman. His 19-year-old son is with a white woman. Okay, that's whatever, cool. Um, and yeah, and it's not about look, man. Look, this not about race thing. Black people, ugh, man. Look. This not about race thing in America. I can't. I can't I can't listen to black people tell me it's not about race. It's just yeah, it is because y'all are constantly talking about how other people do us wrong and then turn around and telling us that it's not about race when it comes to sex and intimacy and being in mainly intimate relationships with non-black people. How is it that race permeates every facet of our life right up until it comes time to talk about intimacy, sex, and relationships? Huh? Man, this is absolutely insane. And Louis says you can play that pink pill audio, and it will tell you everything that is happening now. And thank you for the super chat again, Louis. Man, And Indigo says Mouse doesn't even have any credibility, particularly on issues like this. He just sounds swaggy. That's all, man. Right? And shout out to Mouse, because like I said, I saw the brother. I'm like, okay, the brother is he was on the Grapevine. I can't remember what um award show, award ceremony I was watching, and they panned into the audience, and I saw Mouse right in there in the audience. This was years ago. This had to be like, I don't know, 5, 6 years ago, maybe. Right? So, he's doing his thing. Good for him. But once again, when we put the mic in black men's faces and they're supposed to be speaking on black men's issues with black women, they sound like Doug from the Grapevine. They sound like Donovan, even though Donovan was LGBTQ off of the Grapevine. They sound like Mouse. They sound like FD Signifier. They sound like Ed, Alvin, and Josh. Ed, and Eddie, Alvin, and Chipmunks. They sound like Foreign Man in a Foreign Land. Look up Foreign Man in a Foreign Land on Ole's channel speaking about Brickface Rhoda. Right? And now Brothers Bahamian, look, man, I'm Bahamas. That's what lets you know, like, these dudes are like they're purposely overlooking black women's effery. You're bruh. Oh, I have Bahamian family members, bro. You look, when you watch Caribbean black men do what Foreign Man in a Foreign Land does when it comes to conversation about black men and black women, I want you to understand they are purposely looking over and ignoring the effery from the women. I want you to be very clear. As a Haitian descent man, I know I got Jamaican brothers in the chat right now. We know when Caribbean men do the feminism rah 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 thing. I want you to understand, for my ADOS friends and family, they are purposely overlooking black women's effery, because you be damned if the effery ain't extreme as hell in Bahamas, Haiti, Jamaica, Trinidad, USVI. Right? Barbados, I know people from all of them. The effery is at an old one of my best friends a few years ago came back from the USVI. Z, man, that LGBTQ thing with the black women over there. Wait a minute, what y'all think? America ain't exporting that culture out? Right? Compassionate says, damn Z, you saying 80 of us men ain't the only black men cucked out? Man, you don't want to know. It's bad. Right? Man. I gotta read this one more again, because Joe's killed me with this. Black women think egalitarianism is my money is my money. Yeah, excuse me, my money is mine and your money is mine. Exactly. Right? Man. And Demetrius says, Z, Donovan of the Grapevine credited the Stranger Food podcast. Created the Stranger Food podcast, and I found their episode criticizing the manosphere and modern dating on Spotify. We'll send link through email. Thank you. Right? And thank you for the super chat. Man. And once again, Louis, thank you for the super chat. So this is what's supposed to pass for black men and black women talking out their issues. The Grapevine, and Madame Noir's channel and listen to black women and listen to black men. But listening to black women and listening to black men is like listening to black women. uh, I don't need y'all to laugh. I can laugh at my own jokes. Right? Listening to black men on Madame Noir's channel is just listening to black women. Why is there even a listen to black men? Right? When it comes to black heterosexual men speaking to black heterosexual women, too easy. I'm gonna let that one go. Right? About the issues that they have, might as well just let black women talk, because that's exactly what happens anyway. We might as well let black women frame the conversation, because, well, that's what happens anyway. We might as well have black men be conciliatory, well, because that's what happens anyway. We might as well have black women talk about their issues with black men, and then black men talk about their issues with black men, because that's what happens anyway. In other words, there doesn't even need to be black men in the room. One more again, Z. Say it one more again. Provide, protect, and shut up. Black men. Right? Provide, protect, and shut up, black man. So I watched that clip. Um, I watched the clip of Dr. Jason Johnson. Oh boy. Right? And shout out to Gender Warlord for sending me or linking me to the clip. I see Hood Conservative covered it. Yeah. And let's see, dear Dr. Jason Johnson, let's see. You think y'all could sidestep black men? You think the Democratic Party could sidestep black men? You want to call black men's bluff? All right. The same people that were low-key panicking late last year, earlier this year, all of a sudden, Dr. Jason Johnson is saying, yeah, forget those Negroes. Okay. Focus on the Hispanics and the Asians. But yeah, when we say that y'all bringing in so many Hispanics to skew the black vote, that's all conspiracy theory, and we're being xenophobic, and these are black people acting like Trumpers, and okay. Meanwhile, this black man, supposed black man, this black man, Dr. Jason Johnson, is essentially saying what the result of that will be. Uh-oh. So, doctorate level black men essentially telling the Democratic Party, don't worry about black men. Swaggy cultural critics like Mouse playing down why black men would date out and marry out. Okay. Professional black men, YouTubers like FD Signifier, telling you to be resilient, telling you that black women want security and autonomy simultaneously. Okay. Foreign black men, like Foreign Man in a Foreign Land, calling you nigcels. Okay. I've been telling you that your issues are what did he say? And this is from Waving the Red Flag, the chubby brother. I've been telling you your issues are what 200th on the list. Okay. Right? Huh. Consciously have to be practically beat into submission for apologizing for backing the scammer Rhoda. Okay. Same thing with Professor Odie, and even with that, they still framed it like, okay, fine. Meanwhile, all the women, nothing. Quiet. Okay, fine. And then you wonder why there's a black manosphere, right? And you wonder why it seems like more and more young men, that includes black men, may start trending to the right, already trending to the right. Huh? And we let Bowser essentially saying that we're a mental health concern. Huh? Exactly, compassionate. Okay, fine, it was a scam, but it happens for real somewhere, right? Exactly. Dr. Umar Johnson. Huh? And y'all wonder why there's a black manosphere. From Dr. Jason Johnson to Dr. Umar Johnson. From foreign man in a foreign land to FD signifier. From listen to black men to waving the red flag. From T1J to consciously. Whenever we let these black people talk and defecate on black men, straight black men, of course, you better believe it. I did not know that. And Indigo says, now Consciously is on a podcast about black history with Cheska Lee. Oh, boy. Indigo, this is too damn... Oh, it's so easy. Oh, Z, are you going to say... You mean the same Cheska Lee with the white ex-husband? Oops, god damn, Z. Look, man. Look. Oh, man, these people. You mean the one that's rumored to have a white girlfriend right now? Oops, god damn, Z. God damn. Look. You mean the same Consciously, by the way, who's friends with the homegirl that said that called black men bullet bags? You mean that one? And then tried to justify it after the fact? That Consciously? Because he's shown that he's really good at vetting women to work with and be friends with, right? Yeah, he's really good at vetting black women to work with and be friends with. Yeah, that's it. Oh, I like this. Oh, put it on a t-shirt. And Compassionate says, racial hypergamy in the streets, pro-black feminism in the streets. Oh. GC says, TikTok social justice warrior Negroes make me sick. Bro, they're the worst. They are the worst. Compassionate says, and they wonder why the black master got all the juice around this beat. Look, because when we let them talk, this is the thing. I want to be very clear. These people have gone at all of us, and the only one out of all those spaces to really go at somebody was Juicy and Chrissy. Juicy at least had the ovaries to go at Chrissy. Bowser don't say no name. She don't even imply nobody. All of those women over there, even the trans women, y'all don't got nothing to say about all the effery these black women are on. Right? Huh. And thank you. Demetrius says, Sin. Okay, you sent me the email. Thank you. Right? Thank you for the super chat. And Joe says, Mr. Z, also understand that saying, quote unquote, forget black men voters is also an open air threat. Vote for us or else. Or else what? Y'all want Z to go through it again? Okay, fine. or else black men, we're gonna warehouse you in prison. Oh, well, I think that's already happening. Or else black men, we're gonna let you be murdered in the streets by the police and not do anything. Uh-oh. Well, yep, think that's already happening. Or black men will let black women talk crazy about you in the presence of white folks with power and influence, and we won't stop them. Wait a minute. I think that's already happening. Or black men, we're going to allow black women to embarrass you on television, in newsprint media, on television media, in radio media. Well, I think that's already happening, right? We'll allow the conservatives to gaslight you on Fox News. Well, think that's already happening. We'll allow the liberals to gaslight you on MSNBC. Think that's already happening. We'll allow the political sphere to benign neglect you and let black women benign neglect you and the black boys. I think that's already happening. I will allow black women to imply, suggest, and sometimes just outright talk about aborting black male babies. I think that's already happening. On social media, I think that's already happening. We'll allow black men with power over the black community and influence to talk crazy about you and couch it as black female empowerment. I think that's already happening. We'll allow black women to insult you and couch it as black female empowerment. I think that's already happening. Where's the thread exactly? We'll allow for you in proportion to be the most homeless people in America. Think that's already happening. Huh? We'll weaponize intersectionality against you. Think that's already happening. And the threat is we'll increase your unemployment rate. And the threat is huh. Thank you, compassion. Or else we won't teach you how to read. We won't teach your children how to read. Once again, and the threat is right. Vote for us, or else what? You're gonna do what you're already doing? Oh wait. You're gonna increase doing what you're already doing? What, you're gonna turn a blind eye to black men's struggles? Black boys' struggles? Huh? So you're threatening black men to do even more of what's already happening to them now. Oh, okay, I get it. Right. Huh. So Dr. Jason Johnson, Dr. Umar Johnson, FD Signifier, Mouse, and Listen to Black Men, Ed and Eddie, Josh, Ed, and Alvin and the Chipmunks. Huh. Conscious Lee, Foreign Man in a Foreign Land, Professor Odie, T1J, all of these people mocking black men, the black manosphere. Because we're a bunch of sexist, misogynistic, colorist a-holes. And Melissa Ford, whose entire career is built off of black men simply finding her attractive. Wanda Pipe, and some definitely, engaging in that. Her entire career is built off of that. And we let her talk about how the industry that she occupies is misogynistic. Yeah. Huh. We let Ebony K. Williams call black men mediocre. Essentially, say your parents let you come home with C's and D's. Yeah, I watch you black men say nothing. Nope, 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 nope. Actually, Z, actually, you watch FD Signifier get on waving the red flag, and all of them tried to make excuses for Ebony K. Williams. Eddie, huh? Torre, huh? Now we're watching L'Oreal, who was Michael B. Jordan's bully, be on a show talking about the black gender war. L'Oreal, yes, you were a kid, so I'm not gonna put all the weight on you because you were a juvenile at the time. But I just I want to give you something to think about. Just consider this for a little bit. Yeah, when you and your homegirls were bullying Michael B. Jordan, yeah, stuff like that helps to contribute to the black gender war. I'm just saying. Huh? Then doubling down and calling him corny still as an adult, yeah, that might not make it any better. I'm just saying. Just saying, just something to consider. Just put it that right there. I'm gonna just put it on the table. I'm gonna leave it there. You do with it what you will. Right. What's going on, AB? And AB says nobody is gonna kiss Democrat Fatty for the need to get over there. I think you kind of said that a little wrong, right? Oh man, I think something just popped up on my screen. I can't really see it. I can't really read it right now. Something just popped up. I'm sorry. I think that's Jake's comment. I can't really read it. Oh crap! My finger accidentally slipped and pressed it. Ugh. I'm sorry. I think that's Jake's name. I'm sorry, Jack. I can't read your comment. Ugh. Okay. All right. I think I accidentally pressed it. Let me take this off. My bad. My bad, Jake. Yeah. Right. Whoopsie. Okay, you said get over that. Okay, let me see. Nobody is going to kiss Democrats' Fanny for the need to get over that. Yeah. And that's look, the threats you can't threaten black men with what's going on in their life already, what's already happening to them already. America's benign neglect of them already. Black communities benign neglect of them already. Black women's benign neglect of them already. Your black children, your black boys can't read on reading level already. Would you gonna threaten more of that? Dear Dr. Jason Johnson, telling the Democrats to not focus on black men. Well, we'll see how that works. Let's give it another 8 years. I don't even think we have to wait that long, but fine. Right? Hmm. And Vincent says, "What's the topic?" No, Vince, we're about to close out in a minute, but I'm covering listen to black women. They had a 2-part series, and they might even be a 3-part coming out, but I don't think so. A 2-part series. They're really short. They're like 10, 11 something minutes long each, maybe 12. Where they speak about the quote unquote black gender war, and they didn't really say much of anything. It was another one of these black men are messing up, and that's the issue conversations. I also covered Jesse Wu and Jim Jones being on Listen to Black Men, which is also on Madame Noir's channel. Um, Nothing to really see there. Also, once again, they reframed this as black men seeking out white women to be their trophies. Yeah, while Jesse Wu was there. And Jessie Wu told you to your face that when her homegirls found out that she was dating a white man, they encouraged her. As a matter of fact, they encouraged her to date the white man. Yeah. So more of this framing of when black women date out, it's not the same as when black men date out, which we heard Bowser say. Yeah. And then I'm also covering Dr. Jason Johnson on MSNBC, I want to say, um, pretty much telling um, the Democrats to don't worry about black men. So, yes, you heard right, Vince. That is a black man telling the Democratic Party don't worry about black men. Yeah. And Vegas says, don't worry, they'll just make another no voting, no bucking video. Bruh, yawn. Man, thank you, Lithium. Another person that proved my point. And Lithium says, I'm a Sanders to Trump guy. This could have been avoided. The Democratic Party deserves what it gets. Right? Man. So on that note, y'all, we will pause right here truly. Y'all have a great, 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 great rest of y'all day. Right? And Vince says you can't win, you can't get out of the game. Shout out to BGS, right? Rest in peace, Michael Jackson. Right? Man. That was crazy. So, shout out to Game Changer. I saw Game Changer thumbnail for it. I went to go look it up. I didn't even listen to what Game Changer was saying. I went to go look it up myself. I listened to both clips, and then I just happened to look on Madame Noir's channel. Again, I saw that Mouse was on a different series on the Madame Noir's channel called Listen to Black Men. So I listened to the interracial relationship episode with Jesse Wu and Jim Jones, and yeah, yeah, you can. And I'm Whoop says, can I drop a link to Dr. Umar blaming black men for black women getting BBLs on Little Yachty's podcast? You gotta love it. Once again, we already know this is once again because how much black women support Dr. Umar Johnson while calling him a hotep as a pejorative, but okay, fine, right? But we also understand this is because Dr. Umar Johnson has this antiquated way of viewing things, which he doesn't actually view it. He knows that the black community is a gynocracy. He understands this. But for him, he probably would call it a matriarchy. And that's if we would get him to be honest. Dr. Umar Johnson has this weird, antiquated way of viewing this thing where black women do things because black men are at fault. Exactly, compassion. Wow, BBLs are all fault too. All fault. Yeah, we ain't gonna say nothing about the conscious stripper though. Oops. But yeah, absolutely. Hey, whatever y'all think y'all doing, doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on this weird ass talk to black men and black boys, I want y'all to understand all you do is further drive black men away, which only further drives black women into poverty. But keep on questioning Z when it comes to this. Dear Dr. Umar Johnson, you still young enough to see the fallout and the consequences of what Z is talking about. You're still young enough. You'll see what I'm talking about. Keep on this same road. You think you shaming black boys and black men to end up with black women? Okay, we'll see. Huh? You'll see. Same thing with FD signifier, right? Oh, I'm with sis. Give me a minute. I'm trying to drop the link. Hold up. I'm trying to drop the link. Okay. And Compassionate says, Z, it's the Klingon mating ritual. They double down on the insults as a mating strategy. They can't turn it off, bro. Apparently not. And I think BGS said that a little while ago too. Like, they can't turn it off. Clearly not. Even to their own detriment, they can't turn it off. That includes the men too, insulting other black men. They can't turn it off. They can't turn it off. And we'll see what the long-term ramifications of that are soon enough now, won't we? Wait a minute, Z, we're already seeing it. Uh-oh. Right? Huh. We're already seeing the long-term ramifications of this. Huh. So we're allowing black women to have white ex-husbands and still talk super pro-black. Okay, fine. All right, cool. There's a conversation to be had about that, but all right, cool. We allow black women to call black men bullet bags and still have a conversation. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Right? We allow black women like Bowser to call black men useless and still have a conversation. Oh, all righty then. Okay, cool. Not so much, but all right. Right? Huh. Whoa. Okay. All right. Yeah. Right? So there go the link, and I'm with. Put the link right here. Thank you for the link. Right? And Jake says, breaking black news. Sassy, dusty black men are responsible for BBL outbreak. Yeah, that's it. It's not black women just trying to one up each other for attention. Nope, don't got nothing to do with that. Nope. Let me get this right. Black men are dusty. Black men have no money, but black women are willing to spend tens of thousands of dollars for tummy tuck and BBL and mommy makeover for dusty black men with no money. Which one is it? Black women are spending thousands of dollars to attract black men that don't have any money. So they're going into debt to attract men that are going to put them into more debt? Wait, which one is it? Wait, what? So black men are dusty, they're uneducated, right? They're losers. Remember, more and more, these black level up women and swirlers and divestors are saying you got a small peen anyway, and you don't really pleasure them that way. For those of you that do have big peens, because you got big peens, so you don't really do much. So we can also add that. So the sex game is trash, right? And black women are going into thousands of dollars in debt for black men with trash sex, no money, no status, no education, um, crass, ugly swag, right? Huh. Wait, what? Thank you, Compassionate. And Compassionate says black men are conquered and defeated while simultaneously hogging all the attention, broke dusties, while also benefiting from the gender pay gap, secretly gay yet mass rapist of women. Of men too, apparently. Yeah. Yeah. You can't make this type of stuff up, y'all. Rest in peace, Kevin. You can't make this up. Man. Oh, don't forget Melissa Ford saying the industry she occupies is the most misogynistic, yet she's in the industry, right? Wow. A black woman who's only known because black men put her on. Now we put her on a whole lot of things, but right? Black men put her on. That's enough. Giggity. She's only known because of black men's attraction to her, and yet she speaks about misogyny. Yeah. The black community, y'all, where black women that can eat, that are known, that exist because of black men turn around and call black men misogynistic. Woo! Yes. Yeah. You call black men misogynistic even though we only know who you are because of the black men you think are misogynistic. Woo! Oh, yeah, you got me, man. Hey, you gotta love it. You gotta love it, right? Was L'Oreal doing things in the background before? Yes. Did a few people know who L'Oreal was before? Yes. But the only reason anybody know who L'Oreal is because we know her as Michael B. Jordan's bully when he was younger. You are known as Michael B. Jordan's bully when he was younger. Yeah. All right. And Toya says most people know her off the strength of Angela Yee, right? And I didn't know that, right? And Mr. Shook to you says, can't forget INCLS deleting folks every 5 hours when in reality, when that does occur, it happens when in relationship with the perpetuator, right? There isn't a such thing as INCLS for black men in the black community. Man, a Woo. Okay, yo. So on that note, after Dr. Jason Johnson said that the Democratic Party pretty much needs to ignore black men, and after Melissa Ford said that her industry is the most misogynistic industry, um, yeah, uh-huh, yeah. And as we watched the Black Gender War conversation happen on Madame Noir's channel, and it pretty much is a repeat of something that would have happened on Grapevine about a decade ago. And Mouse happens to be part of this conversation, just like he was part of the conversation about a decade ago, and nothing's changed about his contribution. So that part, right? Huh. And Toya says, pay attention to the women Angela, and she means Angela Yee. Angela Yee keeps around her. Stephanie Santiago, Gigi McGuire. Yeah, yeah. Isn't the heavier set? What's her name from Horrible Decisions? Isn't she one of Angela Yee's homegirls too? Huh. Well, okay, Mandy B. That's what I'm talking about, and not that I know of. Okay. And Toya says, no, not that I know of. Okay, okay. Yeah. Wait, isn't Mandy B mixed also? Am I mistaken? Wasn't she one of the women that said um black men dating out is different than black women dating out, and white men know how to love on you or love you in a way that's different and better than essentially better than black men. I don't recall if that was the exact words, but that's the sentiment. Yep, half white and half Jamaican. Oh boy. Oh man. It was frightening, y'all. Y'all should see Mr. Z face right now. I'm just shaking my head like this is what passes as black female entertainment, informative, just regurgitating the same thing over, and I literally am watching a remake of The Grapevine, essentially, where we're supposed to be having a conversation about the black gender war, and it's pretty much black men are at fault episode 1 zillion. Yeah. And Jake says also that podcast got canceled. What were they talking about exactly? Right? What were they talking about exactly? Right? Compassionate says, Z, you need that forehead slap gif from Airplane, cause that ish is embarrassing. Man. Yeah, and Mr. Shook to you says all three of those chicks had black fathers and white moms, and they were all saying that it's different when black men date out compared to when black women date out. And Toya says her co-host is about to get married, so she needed to separate from Mandy's shenanigans and host speak. Which show are you speaking of? Because I remember, so Mandy B, if I recall correctly, there was a show she had with the other two mixed light skinned women, and then there was another one she had with the more like Latina looking woman. I don't know which one you're saying. Oh, okay, you're talking about see the thing is okay. Right. Man. Hey man, look. I think as time goes on, we're gonna see, and you see it with B Simone and her co-host, her former co-host, or I think they still. I'm not sure if they still have the show, and the kind of conversation they had, where B Simone came off very callous about business and friendship, and she came off very callous to her, to who I thought was her friend also, but apparently she wanted to keep it strictly business. And yeah, I mean, I keep on saying it. Shout out to the Roger Report also. These are not good people. Number one. Number two, I keep on saying it also, I don't know about dating white capitalist men who just happen to look like XX chromosome black, right? I don't know if I want to date Milton Friedman and Frederick Hayek that just so happen to look like black women, right? I don't know. That's okay, I guess. And Jake says that podcast ended as well. Z, god damn, right? Ah, uh, mm, that's yeah. Let me ask y'all something. You think if BGS started a podcast right now in his 60s, you don't think it would survive longer than a year? Are we not encouraging Black Uru in his 60s to start a podcast? I'm just saying. And GC says, just checked it out. Only 734 views after 8 hours. You mean the same type of number Z gets? That's what Z channel looks like oftentimes after about a day. So maybe a little bit longer, about a day, about 24 hours. Right? And I often get more than that in a day. So you trying to tell me Z with less than 2,500 subscribers can do about the same numbers? Compassionate, what was that you were saying about being embarrassing again? And GC says 262,000 subscribers. So you're telling me they have over 100 times more subscribers than me. And I could do similar numbers to them on a video. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Because what exactly are these people talking about that we haven't heard a zillion times already? I am Wolf. Are you not embarrassed? I need to find that gif with the African sister saying that. I need to find it, man, because it's funny when she says it and then she does because you know, like the African sisters when they try to imitate ADOS women, they it just doesn't come out exactly right. They doing too much. They be doing it's too much, right? And it's like a bit corny too at the same time. And like the mannerisms are just too exaggerated. The neck rolling is just too exaggerated. The facial expressions are just, you know, it's exaggerated and corny at the same time. Right? Huh. So on that note, y'all, we will pause right here. Listen to black women. Okay, we have no choice. We've been listening to y'all pretty much monopolize the conversation for like 6 decades. And yeah. And the conversation hasn't changed. So on that note, right? And Indigo says, Z, you just made me think of that one video with the African chicks singing Irreplaceable by Beyonce. I haven't seen it. Oh boy. So you telling me that now I gotta prepare myself because I'm about to look it up. I'm gonna look it up after the stream. Thank you, Indigo. Thank you. Because I'm pretty sure you just ruined my day. But I'm gonna look it up anyway. Because as Charles said, Z is a masochist. So I'm gonna look it up. Right? And you said it's old? Okay, I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out. Right? Because apparently Z likes torturing himself. Right? And so on that note, y'all, love, peace, and chicken grease. We will pause right here. Y'all have a great, great, great rest of y'all day. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content, for the love of God, so you don't sound like Melissa Ford. Oh boy. Y'all go check out other non-Black Manosphere content so you can give better takes than Dr. Jason Johnson. So instead of addressing Black men's concerns, he tells the Democratic Party to ignore Black men. Are you serious? Joe's over here eating a chopped cheeseburger. That sounds good. Right? Great, actually. I'm jelly. Right? So y'all have a great rest of y'all day. We'll truly pause right here. Look, when y'all get a chance to talk to somebody influential and important, please don't sound like Dr. Jason Johnson. Ignore Black. Ignore. Look. Give me a second, y'all, because I want to click this link that Mr. Shook to You put up. Give me a second. So I can't end out yet. I'm going to end out in a minute, though. But I got to click this link, which means I got to go all the way the roundabout way to my page. Come on. All right. Got it. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Shook to You. Who said Popeyes? Popeyes or nothing. No, GC, I can't eat Popeyes today. Look, I had Popeyes earlier this week. We're gonna chill out for maybe 2 weeks. We'll chill out for a couple weeks. Try not to go to Popeyes for another couple weeks. Right? Detroit said time to hit the weights. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day. Mr. Z out.